Fat Don, what it is, Jack?
What's happening?
Keep your pimp hand strong. I know you've been putting it down.
Real talk.
And I know you're a real macaroni, Jack. Straight out the cheese box, you hear me? From the chairman of the board,
Kentucky, what up?
Don Magic Wall.
I'm a smooth operator, pass your bitch hot potato. I've been picking out my flavors for a weekend in Vegas. I've been giving out my pages in the evening on stages. I keep punching till I make it, I ain't going through phases. She call me Candy Man, she want me now and later. It's the aura and the essence, it ain't about no paper.
And we're live back at the Big and Fat Show with Big Cozy and Fat Don here to give you your Belmont Stakes picks for this year's 2022 Belmont Stakes. So we got going off as a grade 1. You may have to help me, Fat, if I'm saying this wrong. Grade 1 1.5 Belmont Stakes, the third leg of the Triple Crown. Am I getting all that right? All right. What do you have for me today? What did you see? Are we just going to bet Rich Strike all the way out after that phenomenal performance at the Derby, or you found us another avenue here, brother? What'd you see?
He's actually the third choice, which is disrespectful. But he's not my first choice either. But if the Derby race wasn't a fluke, very well could win easy. Because had the Derby 1.5 miles, he'd have probably won by 10 lengths. He was starting to separate at the end of the race. Now, he'd made up 18 lengths in the Derby, and he had never made up more than 6 before. So, was that a performance that was a one and done? Did the horse really just figure it out? That's what we're going to find out Saturday. But ultimately,
Or was it that perfect trip? Yeah.
Well, it was a lot of everything, but a horse that's never made up more than 6 makes up 18 links. You could have shot your wad. Maybe you figured it out. Anything's possible. But
well, then who do you like? If you're not a Rich Strike man, who do you like in this race?
It's not that I'm not a Rich Strike man, but I got to bring some value, and I'm going with the 8 Barber Road, 10-1, made up 15 lengths in the Derby, was 19 off early. Obviously, we've got 12 less horses in this race. There's going to be a lot less traffic. The inside horse. There's several horses that have to go to the front. And Barber Road is not one of them. It's the Preakness off, just like Rich Strike. It's a vicious schedule to run the Triple Crown if you run all 3 races. That's big races with very little gaps in between. 2 weeks between the Derby and the Preakness, 3 weeks between the Preakness and the Derby. And those type of horses, this level of horses, they may run once every couple of months. So, a couple weeks in between races, it gets grueling. So those 2 skip in the Preakness. And, obviously Rich Strike winning the Derby, Barber Road, I believe ran 6th, if I remember correctly, in the Derby. And again, ended up going, I think 11 wide or something at one point. There's only room for improvement. Rich Strike, however, is my second choice. The Derby winner more often than not wins the Derby and the Preakness. So skipping the Preakness, they said they skipped because the Belmont was more suited for this horse, and I would agree. The way Rich Strike finished through the wire in the Derby showed that getting the extra half a quarter of a mile, will be no problem. There's a lot of horses that can't get. My third selection is Nest. Todd Pletcher trained. This is the filly that ran second in the Oaks. In the three path, the one's going to go to the lead early, so should be able to tuck in and get a ground saving trip. I believe we'll be sitting, probably right behind the leader by 3 or 4 lengths on the rail.
Okay.
Final selection is number 6, Mo Donegal, which was my top choice in the Derby. My horse was very slow into stride in the Derby, ended up being 10 wide, but even at 10 wide was gaining. I won't say it's impossible for this horse to be 10 wide in an 8-horse field, but it would be very, very likely. So you're, a little bit easier navigation.
So we're going to go with the number 8 horse, Barber Road, at a 10-1 odds.
Yes.
The number 4 horse, Rich Strike. The number 3 horse, Nest, at 8-1. And your final pick was the number 6 horse, Mo Donegal, at 5-2. And I'm sure you're playing the Fat Don Fecht on this, where you box them all and also play the try.
Yes, okay. The try and the super.
Well, listen. Go ahead.
I don't see a lot of value. This, if it came perfect from a betting perspective, it would be Barber Road over Nest. So it'd be first over third, over second, over fourth. And even that, it wouldn't pay a ton. Field's too small. And, we very well picked up with the favorite, if not the first.
I know you're not a fan of those smaller fields, but well, listen, folks, if you like these picks for the Belmont Stakes, check us back out. We'll have another video up tomorrow with, I think you're going to play 2 of the fields that you did like on the Belmont.
Yeah, I'm going to play two other races, probably recap the Belmont.
Okay.
I got 2 grade 1 races that I'm excited about.
Well, guys, if you like this and you want to be a winner like Fat Don, give us a subscribe and follow us here on YouTube.
Like, comment if you don't like my picks. If you like somebody else, let's hear what y'all got.
I got flavors for your blunts like it's BW3s. What you make in a month, I spend that in a week. I go and take what I want, you be asking for cheese. Your game based on front, she be asking for me. Like Fat Dom, where you going at after this? Pouring sham, rolling up, couple blunts I kiss. I might hit the stew, might be bagging up here for spending time with you, probably last on my list. Cause money and music is all I know. If I ain't getting to it, I must have a show. If you see me driving fast, then straight to the dough. And if you see me driving slow, might be hauling a load. In this game, I'm a pro, but I'm still in the G League. If I ever hit the road, I'ma win me a 3-peat. And when I make it home, hope you're happy to see me. I'm still working on my goals, I'm just happy to be me. I ain't switched up for $1 or nothing. Been a couple years now, I'm finally buzzing. At first you was laughing, now you calling me cousin. Made it seem like you was around, but you actually wasn't.
First you was laughing, now you calling me cousin. Made it seem like you was around, but you actually wasn't. Made it seem like you was around, but you actually wasn't. What was?